What is going on, guys? Apple World here. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to take notes on the iPad Pro like a pro. Let's get started. If you love Apple, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Alright, so there's a bunch of different ways and different apps that you can actually take notes on the iPad Pro. For example, Apple's Notes app. It's a great app, but in my experience and my honest impressions with the Notes app from Apple, it's good and it's really good, but if you're actually going to use it for school or if you're actually going to use it for college, I don't really recommend this app. I mean, it's not bad, you can definitely use it, but it's not as good as the one that I'm going to show you today, which is Notability. So in this video, I'm basically going to show you how to use in-depth Notability. I'm going to be showing you all the sneak peeks, like every single detail of Notability. So let's get started. This is Notability. This is what happens when you open the app for the first time. Here's my first tip for you guys. Stay organized. I mean, staying organized with Notability and in school in general is the most important thing you can do. As you guys can see right here, I've got my YouTube notes. I write all of my scripts right here. I've got my second year of school and my third, divided in different classes. If I actually tap on a class, I've got all of my notes over here. If I tap on a note, I know where exactly I am. So stay organized. That's the first tip that I'm going to give you. And how do you stay organized within Notability? Well, you can create dividers and you can actually create subjects. How do you do that? Pretty simple. You tap on the plus icon and you press create a subject or create a divider. Let's go ahead and click on a subject. We can put, I don't know, history of art. There we go. And there we go. We already have a new subject. So if you start a new class in school, you can simply create a new subject, and there we go. And that's it. That's pretty much it on how you stay organized, and then you can actually have folders, as I just showed you. If you want to find a note that you took last week, for example, you simply press the magnifying glass, and then you search the keyword that you want to search for. It can save you a lot of time. If you actually want to import a note, you have Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive. You have a bunch of different options. And that's pretty much it for the main menu. You've got a bunch of settings over here. You can actually iCloud sync, so you can actually put all of your notes in iCloud, and there's also the Notability app on the Mac, which I totally recommend you guys to get as well. So if you take notes on the iPad in school and then you want to go at home and go on your iMac, you've got all of your notes over there. You've got a bunch of different themes, by the way, that you can actually purchase. I didn't really purchase any, but if you're really into winter, for example, you can actually preview it, and as you guys can see, you can have a pretty awesome preview ends in 50 seconds. That's pretty cool. So it kind of gets you the feel. So you've got a bunch of different themes and a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna get too in depth with the settings. Let's go ahead and start note taking, right? Let's go ahead and tap on a class that I have right here. Cinema 4D, for example. Cinema 4D. This is a class that I took last month, and I took these notes right here. And as you guys can see right here, I've got images, I've got text, I've got handwritten, I highlighted. There's a bunch of stuff over here that I can actually explain. First things first, once you're done with your note, you simply press share, and you can actually export it as a PDF, or you can email it to somebody. See, as you guys can see, you can actually export it as a PDF, RTF, or simply a note. The first tool that we're gonna go ahead and check out today is the text tool. If we actually press on the text tool and tap, we can actually start writing. So, hello, how are you? And there we go. We've got text, which is pretty cool. If we actually select this right here, we can actually change the size. We can actually put it bold, italic, underline. We can actually change the font. So we've got a bunch of different options, which is pretty cool. And there we go. That's how you use the text tool. It's pretty simple. There's not a bunch of different options. The pencil tool is pretty straightforward. If you actually press on the pencil tool, you can actually start writing or drawing or whatever you want with your Apple Pencil. If you actually tap on the pencil tool, it's pretty cool because you can actually change different brushes. You can actually change the brush size. So if you want to make something huge, you can do that as well, and you can actually change different colors. So if you actually swipe to the right, you can actually create your own color. So if you want the exact green that you want, you can do that, and there you go. You can actually start drawing or writing on whatever you want. Here's the highlighter tool. Highlighter is you've got the same tools. You can actually, if you actually tap on the highlighter, you've got the different brush and stuff, and there you go. You can actually start highlighting on your text. If I've got this right here, I can actually highlight which can be really, really handy. I highlight all the time because it gets me really, really organized. And then we've got the eraser tool. And here's a quick tip. If you've got the 2nd generation Apple Pencil, if you actually double tap on the Apple Pencil, you can actually, as you guys can see, I'm actually double tapping and I'm switching between both erasers. So there you go. I'm using the highlighter, double tap. I'm actually erasing everything. By the way, the eraser doesn't actually erase the text. As you guys can see, it's not working. If you actually want to erase the text, you'd have to select it. You'd have to select the text tool and then the keyboard would come on and you have to delete it one by one. Here's the scissor tool, and this is actually pretty interesting and it can be really, really handy. If you actually tap on it, we've got the freeform and the square scissor tool. Let's go ahead and select the freeform one to start explaining first. The scissor tool, if you actually start selecting something, for example, let's go ahead and select this text right here. It will actually select it. Now what does this do? Now with my finger, I can simply move it wherever I want. And I can actually resize it. So if I want to put this right here, but just smaller, I can do that as well. I can flip it around. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Another thing that you can actually do is cut it, copy, and convert it to text. So if you actually have really good handwriting, Notability will actually know what you wrote over here, and it will actually convert it to text. Let's see. Yep, I've got pretty good handwriting. I mean, I don't have good handwriting, but in this case, Notability thought I could. And there we go. It actually converted my notes to text, which is pretty awesome. This is one of my favorite features probably, because once I'm completely done with like note taking, I just simply convert it to text and I bring it to my iPad, or I can actually print it, which is pretty cool. So that's how you use the scissor tool. The square tool, as you guys can see right here, it works the same way, but instead of actually drawing it, it acts like a square. So if I want to select it just like that, I can actually do that. Whoop, I got that. If I just want this, I can move it over here. I can make it much bigger, etc., etc., etc. Let's go ahead and pull it back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we've got the selection tool, which can select different things. I don't really use the selection tool that much. Let's go ahead and go with one of my favorite tools, because in school, not much in school, but in college, professors talk really fast. And here we go. Notability would like to access microphone. Notability is actually recording my voice. So if the professor is talking way too fast and you can't, he's just too fast. You simply press record, and then here we go. You've got the actual voice recording. My voice. So if the professor is talking way too fast and you can't, Here we go. You can actually, if you actually want to make him talk faster. My voice. So if the professor is talking way too fast and you can't, you can actually play it slower. You can actually put 10 seconds. You can actually change the volume over here. So yeah, that's pretty much it on how you use the voice tool. Definitely use it, because if he's talking too fast, just press record and then you can take notes later on at home. If we actually tap on right here, we've got the pages, which is pretty cool. If you've got a bunch of notes inside a document, you can switch between those pretty quickly, which is pretty cool. And you can actually bookmark. Good stuff. Media. You can actually add a photo, which I did right here, and then you can actually select it. You can actually take a photo. I usually take a photo, like if he's showing something from the board, like this, for example. I simply press this, take a photo. There we go. And I actually take a photo just like that. I just took a photo of you guys. There we go. I can actually have a photo, which I can just place right there. And if I actually grab the pencil tool and I actually grab it red, I could, well, not that, that is way too thick. I can actually change the size. I can do like this, select it, bring it like that, and there we go. That's how you use the photo tool. Like, make sure you guys take photos and actually highlight and mark up stuff. That's how you make this app really powerful. You can actually select GIFs. You can actually have different shapes. Stickies, for example, a blank sticky, for example. There we go. It actually added a sticky. Let's go ahead and add a different one. If we add a blank sticky, there we go. I can actually move it just like that. I can actually resize it. And I can actually add a caption. So if I want to write subscribe, there we go. And I can actually add on the stickies, I can actually write stuff as well. So yeah, that kind of gives you the sense on how useful Notability can actually be. And here, let's go ahead and start up a new document right there. Whenever you start up a new document, it's white, it's not yellow like the other one. So how do you make it yellow? How do you make it have lines? How do you make it have grids? Super simple. You tap on the tool, on the utilities button, and then there you go. You can actually select different types of paper that you want, different colors, different textures. If you want it black and you want to be different and you want to write black on white, you can do that. But here's one of my favorite things. This is what I usually always do. I put it on yellow and then I use this. Yeah, I usually have it just like that. Here's another tip. If you don't have good handwriting, make sure you guys actually zoom in like this. You know, you can actually have better accuracy while writing. Blah, 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 blah. Here's one that I did to actually showcase this app last year for a video. Here we can see that I actually wrote this with the pencil tool. I actually did a figure. I actually drew this guy. There we go. I actually highlighted. I actually marked up stuff. So this is how you use Notability right here. I mean, really, right here, we've got Notability at its fullest potential. We've got the pages. Don't forget that you can actually have the pages, change the paper. You do like this, like that, like this, like that. Shabam! That's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, of course, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below. First off, which iPad do you have? Second of all, do you guys use Notability? And third of all, just comment something down below, like something I should check out, a different app that I should check out. I'm always having a party down in the comment section down below, and I'm always hearting comments. So if you want me to heart your comments, definitely throw me a comment down in the description down below. Actually, before I leave, I wanted to give you one more tip, and that is for you guys to use split screen mode. If we actually do like that, I'll do that one more time, don't you worry. There we go. Let me go ahead and throw that over here. Let's say I want to have my notes. I simply do like that. I drag it. I'll do it one more time, and I put it over there. And now I can actually boop, boop. So I can have Safari here, and I can actually drag and drop photos, which can be really handy. You need to have Notability. I mean, if you're a student and you don't have Notability, what are you doing with your life, buddy? So yeah, now for real, if you guys want to help support the channel and buy some awesome t-shirts such as this one, make sure to check out appleworldclothing.com. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
I've been having dreams, jumping on a trampoline, flipping in the air. I never land, just float there. As I'm looking up, suddenly the sky erupts.